kinda gay.
I did some healing with the mental body. I did some healing with old memories adversely affecting the present.
Okay. Let's just rip the band-aid off and get going. Move this mic. There we go. Alright, alright. How is our body? Good. I feel like I have Legos that have little tacks glued onto them, stuck in my feet. So I'm having a great time. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. Go down a little bit. Alright. Okie day. Change some things up on the screen. I now have a designated spot for fan arts of Major Phee. So every stream, everybody will be able to see fan art of Major Phee, because it makes me happier than anything to get fan art, and especially of Phee. So, yeah. That's exciting. So yeah, as we get more, I will fill them up. And if we get more than fits here, I will just start covering all the green in that. We'll see if we ever get to that point. I'm hopeful, but we'll just see. But yeah, today has been kind of long for me. Ooh. Well, first, before I get into that, plan for today. I'm going to work on the ick down here. And then we're going to hop over to this, and we're going to start coloring this. And then we'll see where we're at that point. Or cool. So, my day. Woke up this morning feeling like P. Diddy. My nephews had a baseball game, their first baseball game. So, went to that. Was out in the sun for 2 hours. Went from there to hardware store. Got some stuff for the yard. Went over to parents' place. Did a couple things there. Came home. Tried to get stuff ready to start mowing the grass. Both the riding mower and the push mower were not working. My brother went to go get a charger for the riding mower. Riding mower started working, so we got the grass mowed. During all that, I was like, oh shit, today's Saturday. I have to stream. Fuck. So, yeah. I was like, well, I can't do anything more. Sat down, started getting everything ready, and then my body was like, you know what we haven't done in a while? Die. And now we're here. Having the time of our lives. Alright, let's get this all ready. So how is everybody? Everybody? Everybody. I'm actually gonna take the stability off. Oh man, we're breaking records. I think we're going viral with 3 viewers. Oh shit. I don't know how to deal with that. Spreading the word that the stream's going will be very helpful. I would be very much appreciative. What do you want? Okay. Do you have to make an account in order to watch streams? I know to talk and chat, but I don't know if you need to do that just to watch the stream. I could be wrong. I haven't touched that stuff in forever, so I could be wrong. If he has a YouTube, he can watch the stream on YouTube. I am streaming on there as well. I try to make it stream to multiple places, so because people have preferences. Disgusting preferences. Preferences. You don't, but it's not very fun to just watch you draw and not talk. I mean, I get that, though there are plenty of people who just prefer to lurk. I mean, it's to the point to where, like, people get super defensive about it. But yeah, they can talk on YouTube. I have the YouTube chat up. So it's not just limited to Twitch. But if they don't want to, then whatever. It's just how they're just like everybody else. Nobody loves me. Yeah, I saw I let you repost on Pixart. I appreciate that. to tell your friend that their choice is making me cry. See what that does. I doubt it'll do anything. You made this person who you know nothing about cry. How could you, you monster? You're a monster! Yeah, I mean, the thing with reposting or posting or whatever on Blue Sky, it's kind of the same with Twitter, is that it's not necessarily the followers. It's just that if you have multiple points of a post, that it just spreads faster. But, yeah, I get that. You made this random person on the internet cry for not joining one of their streams. You bitch. How could you? Dost thou not have soul? And I think Charlie died. Which is a shame. You will be truly missed. Look at that. Delicious. Thank you. I'm really liking it. Just adding some extra textures and details, because why not? Probably your best work. That's debatable. I mean, I have also made. Where you at? I mean, there is this piece. That I have spent over 200 hours on.
Oh God, it's so good.
5. 5. Let's see. There was also where need to find you. I can smell you. Oh wait, no, go back. I mean, I've also made this piece, and I don't know if I can top this really. Like, this is just perfection, right here. Like, I like to see you do better than this. I can't. This is from a few years ago when there was a challenge thing going on where it's just draw this frame from Sailor Moon. So everybody was doing it, and I was like, yeah, I'll do that real quick. I like it, but that's the... So yeah, it's probably not going to be my best piece, but this is definitely going to be up there. Probably my best line art. I'll concede to that. Yeah, I kind of just felt like with... Well, it's not that I decided to make this really detailed. It's that I have this habit of whenever I'm doing any kind of fan art, I try to be as accurate as I possibly can. And so, because the assholes who do the marketing designs for the Doom games put a shit ton of detail, a shit ton of detail on their works. I'm just like, well, damn it, now I gotta do that. You assholes. Making me work for my passion. Bullshit.
I'll see you later, Sean.
Where are you going?
Taking the boys to see Minecraft.
Okay. Alright. Cool. Yeah, the only thing that kind of sucks about watching on YouTube as opposed to Twitch is that the sound commands do not work the same. In the sense that they don't at all. So, won't be able to play with the sounds and all that stuff. But can still watch and chat.
Dope sniffers. Dope sniffers.
Oh, hello. Cool guy. Over on YouTube. How was you? Uncle Gino wants to know if Mick is watching. So voices! Yes, I have sound commands over on Twitch that can be played. And so people have fun with that. I also have fun with that. And yeah, that's where a lot of random voices are going to be coming from. But yeah, we are working on this piece that I am at like 30, 31 hours so far. And 22 of that was just doing the sketch. Ow, itch, itch, ow. Okay. I love that sound. That was one of the first ones I added. The yippee thing? Is that the original clip that you're asking about? Because I originally know that yippee sound clip from Lethal Company. And that's where I got it from.
There is only one thing worse than a rapist. Boom.
A child.
A child. No.
I love that clip so much. Oh, it's like over a decade old and it still makes me laugh so much. Oh, I can't get enough. Yeah, cool guy. Did you know that?
He's kind of gay.
It is. I'm like, that's just how it is. I'm sorry, you're just good. It's 2025. You're gonna have to accept that. It came from a German kid saying his mom let him play Fortnite and drink Coke, and then he says, yippee. That's... it's really dumb, and I love it. That's right, no homophobia in the Big 2-5. We respect our homophones.
So good and tasty.
So is so is the music playlist just Mick Gordon like covers of songs? For the most part, I guess. It's a live stream, like one of those radios on YouTube, by Proteh. 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 And it's Doom Radio. Beats to rip and tear to. And they just play either music from the games or music in the styles of Mick Gordon's Doom. So, yeah, I feel like it's appropriate. Yeah, the Kirby cover was pretty good. Yeah, I'm glad that we are essentially now past the more difficult part of this piece, which was mostly drawing this asshole. found a mashup of Apartment and Dracula by Rob Zombie, and it was surprisingly good sounding. It's always nice to find a little diamond in the rough with mixes and stuff like that. Yeah, as I said earlier in the stream, in case anybody missed it, and it's kind of the explanation why I'm not as talkative right now as I could be, because I am in an extreme amount of pain right now. But we are trying to push through. So one, I need to get this done before April. One, for the game. And two, I will be doing a 30-day drawing challenge where I draw drawings that like 30 people have submitted to have their either their OCs or their personas drawn, and it's going to be line art, so basically what I'm doing right now. And we're going to be doing that every day throughout May. I can't remember if May has 31 or 30 days. But if it has 31, that means I get a day off. So that'd be nice. So yeah, I need to get this piece done. Need to get this piece done so then I can focus on doing that. Let's see. I think I might make a higher quality major Phee getting blown up drawing. Do it. Do it. Let me check the list. Yeah, you are number 27 out of 30. I want to hear a version of Toxicity by System of a Down if it's made by Mick Gordon. That would be fucking awesome. That's going to be an exciting week. I have a lot going on. I'm guessing that's supposed to be right now. Yeah, there's definitely quite a few submissions that I'm excited to get to. If you do ever find something like that, let me know, because I would absolutely love that. One of my favorites is somebody took, I forget exactly what it's called, but it's like a brotherhood inside of Bloodborne. I think it was like the DLC. Because the boss fight of that was essentially like fighting a bunch of guys. I think. I can't remember. But anyway, somebody did a Doom version of that, and it's like one of the sickest songs ever. I have my last day of school, a trip to DC, my friend going to a Primus concert, and now Gino getting drawn. That is a lot to have happen in a week. You are going to be exhausted by the weekend. What is this? Okay. It's like, what is this song playing? It's a menu music of an old PlayStation, or Final Doom from PlayStation menu music. I'll be in DC for 3 days and in a room with my idiot friends, so that'll be fun. Yeah. Have fun with that. I did a DC trip in 8th grade, and I almost got hit by a bus because one of the students pushed me in front of it. So that was fun. Yeah, their punishment was a stern talking to for about 30 seconds. So, you know, justice. Yeah, just put him in timeout. That'll fix him right up. I can't remember if the one who did that to me is the same person who is right now in jail. I can't remember if it's the same person. It'd be really funny if that was. I mean, the lead-ups to that, not so much, because if it's the person I'm thinking of, they're in jail for killing 2 or 3 people with their car. So, Not great. But, you know, hindsight, humorous.
Oh God, it's so good.
Yeah, but that's even if it's the same person, so we'll never know. That's not even the word is supposed to trigger that. What the hell? Hold on, let me see something.
Stop it! It's turning me on! Stop!
Why? Why did it? Okay. That's dumb. But anyway. Let's see, but about the Primus concert, sadly, I can't go because I lack currency, but my friend said he'd send videos. Oh, it's kind of the same thing for me with, a friend of mine got to go see, Ninja Sex Party, and I would have loved to have been able to go, but I don't have the funds nor the means to actually get to where it was, even though it's in the next state. But, like, just nothing lined up to where it would work for me. Unfortunately. Well, I'm not really much of a concert guy, but that was one concert that I would have liked to go to. Well, this is in my state. It's at Blossom. I would have thought they would either be at Buttercup or Bubbles. I think that's in Town City, isn't it? Oh, okay. So we got an ad starting in about 3 minutes over on Twitch. They changed things up a little bit with the ads. So, basically, I would have to run 5 minutes worth of ads every hour in order to break the, or completely disable the pre-roll and get a better cut of the ad revenue. And I'm just like, I don't want to do that. That's too much ads. So I just have it set to a minute, because screw it. This is looking pretty nice. And just feel those textures with my eyebrows. I saw Indiana Jones with a live orchestra there last summer. That is pretty fucking cool. I bet that was pretty rad to experience.
He's kind of gay.
You know what? That's fine if it is, okay? But yeah, 5-minute ads. No, I'm not. I refuse to do shit like that. I love how you always have a joke for that every time it happens. Well, you've got to be on that. Yeah, you can't just let that slide. Not in the year of our Lord Gaben 2025. And the ads are going. I tried to set up an like automatic audio thing, basically to warn me mostly of the ads running. Could not get it to work. So yeah, and it was just like I had to make it myself because I couldn't find a good audio to rip it from anywhere. But it's the Spotify ad about their premium, but it's just the part where he says want a break from the ads. And that just loops over and over several times, but it gets lower and slower every time. And I thought that'd be pretty funny. I do it. Hello, Angela. Speaking of Gaben, you know the fact that fans treat a New Life game like the Second Coming of Jesus. I mean, the Alex game wasn't treated the same way as like the previous two games. Mostly because it was a VR game. But I think people were more disappointed about the fact that that was a VR game and it wasn't actually a sequel or anything. So, but an actual sequel, a Half-Life game sequel, would be definitely treated like that. But if Lord Gaben is anything true to his word, we will never get that. Because he got so sick and tired of people begging and pleading about when a new one was going to be coming out. He's like, every time somebody asks me about that, it's getting pushed back a year. Yeah, but that's been, like, it's actually being made as of now. That's been said for like 20 years. So, yeah. I'm not gonna put any stock into that until we actually get a release date. There's some proof with the devs actually starting to care about the older games, you know, with the new updates. Yeah, I don't know if that's them caring about the old games or actually able to do something about them. But either way, it's nice that they're able to update some of their older games. Thank you. So is Suda the Necropole soda? Basically, yeah. Essentially, it's like insanely sweet, insanely caffeinated type of stuff that very few necrus actually are able to stomach. So it's kind of treated like alcohol in the sense that it will mess you up. Like essentially the equivalent of an 8-ounce glass of soda. So a typical glass of like soda or drink or anything like that contains about 800 milligrams of caffeine.
So good and tasty?
So basically Mountain Dew with older people. Yeah, except like older people could drink Mountain Dew and survive. Not many people like of us would be able to. Cause like that much caffeine and I don't know, I haven't really thought about the sugar content, except that there's just a shit ton. But yeah, and Phee is crazy about that stuff. She just loves the taste of it. She doesn't, since immortals aren't affected by things like hunger, thirst, sleep, stuff like that. Practicing those, what she would call rituals of eating, drinking, sleeping, she just enjoys doing, and she also just really likes the taste of things. That's a real unit of measurement. What is? Fuck ton? Because I'm pretty sure fuck ton is an actual, like, for cargo ships and stuff. I don't know if it's still used today, but it was at one point. Or shit ton. That's what it was. Shit ton, not fuck ton. Shit ton. Good progress. Going for about an hour now. Getting a few notifications over on Pixel Art. Let's see what's going on. Ah, okay. Oh, this person makes some pretty cute pixel art. I will need to check out their gallery later. Saving. There we go. Nope. There we go. Needs to be more textured. Ah, my nose. I'm using a higher quality notebook, sketchbook, to redo the drawing. And a Moai pen I got as a gift. Like one that has one of those statues on it. Or like either actually shaped or pictures of it? Or is it like, or is that a brand? Okay. Post that pic. Ooh. Kind of far into the stream to finally have a burp. Impressive. I tried to set up a burp counter and it wouldn't work. I didn't want to do what I wanted to do. Being a bitch. my god. That's a great pin. I want that. Just saw the first drawing of Phee, and she was a lot more cartoony at first. Yeah, I was just drawing a character and just having fun with the design and stuff. I was basing the character off of Spaghetti O'Gorl's character Calliope, because I really like that character. I like the design and everything. And yeah, it was just like, you know what, I kind of want to draw a character that's like this. But I didn't want it to look like a complete ripoff of hers. So I was like, instead of like her face being that way, she's just gonna wear a mask. And like look like a commandant, essentially. And then I made that drawing, and I was like, I like this design, but I kind of like want to remake it. Like, make it simpler. Because I was basically operating under the assumption that I might want to draw her multiple times. Not realizing that that's going to be my life. So, yeah. I intentionally made her design the way she is now so that it would be a lot easier for me to draw her multiple times. And it's a good thing I did. And I feel like I kind of struck gold with her design. Yeah, I don't over-sexualize my OCs for the most part. Mainly because I have some religious trauma about that. So, like, just drawing my OCs in any degree of being provocative just makes me feel like I'm doing a big bad. And it's taken me a long time to make progress on that, because I don't want to live like that. I just like Fee's design as a mass murderer who does it in a happy way. Yeah, that's probably one of the things that makes me love her so much, is that I can have a character who's just having a good old time, and so like when I was designing her the first time, so in that very first drawing, where she doesn't really look a whole lot like that anymore, the things that were kind of going through my mind was having a commander, and just like having one that's just immortal. No, does she canonically live with you? No, that is more like an alternate universe type thing. Canonically, I don't exist. Because canonically, this takes place like oodles and oodles of years in the future. And, yeah, so, but like, for like humorous type of things to do, like, to talk about her or to do questions and stuff, like, in an alternate universe, yeah, she lives with me. I do that with all of my characters to some degree. Well, I mean, she because she was mad about having to do the dishes. That was more of a like, she's actually a terrible cook, and so everything catches on fire, so she had to clean the kitchen entirely and fix it. And so that was one of those things, like, it'd be funny if I just kind of do that, especially since Harbor Master kind of asked a sort of off-the-wall question, and I was like, you know, I'm going to play into this. She... I don't think it was necessarily yellow. Let me double check that. I think that was more of her... So that was more of her... Oh, what's it called? Like the cuffs on her wrists, because she had that look like that. I can't even remember what the hell it's called. But the thing that she does have now, that comes out of her wrists, like, that was in her design originally. And then the collar of her jacket was going to be like golden color. But the coat itself was not. Originally, I was thinking the coat would be like black or something, because it's like one of my favorite colors. But then I was like, no, because as I was like drawing this character, I was trying to think of, what if I made like a military person who they would have to be immortal, but it'd be funny that they're immortal and they're addicted to dying. Like, they get a rush from it. And so then I was like, well, I can't do black as like their big color. I need to make their color scheme something that would stand out, at least better than it just black. So like, I played around with different colors. I like, at one point it was purple. It was blue at another point, and then I just went with red, and I was like, I like red because red's my favorite color. technically, like, to be specific, maroon's my favorite color. So I'm sitting there like, do I want to just make it my favorite color that she wears? So then I played around with, like, what if it was like a really bright red, and that just did not work. So I was like, well, I'll just go with, like, a rich red that's kind of on the brighter side, but it's, like, at least for the jacket. And then, like, I had some help with my friends. They kind of worked me through that a little bit as well. And so, and that's where we get the design of Phee, basically. Like, I wanted to have simple color scheme for the most part. And, what else? Well, simpler color scheme. Because that was a problem that I had for a while, is that, like, I have a character named Vicky who has way too many colors in her design. Way too many. So she desperately needed a simplification with her design that I never did. So I decided that, especially if this is going to be a character that, like, I might want to try drawing multiple times, I need to make her colors simple. I need to make her design pretty simple, but striking and everything. And so then, also kind of brainstorming how, like, well, she's addicted to dying, so what would she have on her that would make it more likely for her to get killed? It's like, well, a target would definitely do that. And that's how we have her iconic target symbol on her hat and basically as a necklace. Essentially showing, like, hey, shoot me in the head or shoot me in the heart, generally speaking. Going with the more brighter red with her jacket so it stands out more on the battlefield. And you know, the yellow mask, that was more of a oh yeah, in the forehead. The yellow mask was more of a callback to Calliope, more than it was to the fact that it was a smiley face. But the design of the mask is just to be a smiley face. When I was young, I used to draw, like, these kind of smiley faces all the time. So that was mainly where that design came from, was because I used to draw these all the time. But yeah, and then just for some reason, like, the story that I was developing in my head with Phee just was so invigorating for me mentally. I think probably because I was like, what could I do with a character who is definitely a bad guy and is essentially OP if you consider, like, especially like combat stuff, because she's immortal and all that. How can I make this character interesting and a story that would be interesting? Because, like, where would the stakes be if, like, she'll just come back to life? Well, what if we don't make it so much about stuff like that, but more about, like, what it would be like to be immortal and what kind of society would be able to function if it's essentially a death cult. And wouldn't it be more interesting instead of it being like on a planet, so make it like kind of setting in World War One or two, make it a sci-fi, because those are always fun. I love sci-fi. And then it's like, well, how do I make it to where this could actually be feasible? Well, I mean, technology, definitely. Then I was like, well, I gotta figure out how this immortality works and how this intertwines with the whole death cult thing. Well, I gotta explore this death cult thing, like, what's this religion about? And that's basically how they just kept on going. I am again gonna use smoke cloud to cover the hands because I hate drawing hands. Listen, I get it. Okay? I totally Nintendo, alright? So, you do you, boo. And I will love it no matter what. Because you spent some time drawing my baby. And you know what? I value that so much. That's why whenever somebody are like, hey, is it okay if I make some fan art of your character? Like, it's a good thing they're online, because otherwise I would, like, grab them by the collar of their shirt, pull them real close to my face, like, draw that shit. Do it now. Oh, that's not where that goes. Yeah, I am working on another short story about Phee, and it's going to be delving more into how the religion is, mainly because this follows directly after the previous short story, and since she is now having a crisis of faith, crisis of existence, especially. But, yeah, she's going to be living at what's essentially the Vatican. And, yeah, we're gonna get to learn more about how their religion works, the thought process behind everything, and why they don't just kill themselves as soon as possible. Because that's probably been the biggest struggle I've had with designing the world building with the religion and all that. It's like, why are they like this if they're so crazy about death? Well, there's got to be more to it than that. Let's see. I think I might do something with the Gino I think I might do something with the Gino character and make him some unbelievably powerful character who's just a fat uncle. That would be great. This character that's OP, but he doesn't do anything with it. That'd be funny. Yeah, I do have a character who is also an immortal, but with him, I wanted to make an immortal character where his immortality is his biggess flaw, physically speaking. Because I essentially designed him to where I mainly got inspired from this by, I guess you could say more like I stole it, but from a book called Mog World. And essentially in that, there are these characters that are immortal because they're undead. But the thing is that it's more along the lines of their consciousness is immortal. So, because there was this one scene that was like a big like oh shit moment type of thing, because they were about to be thrown into a big old pit of fire, and apparently the way that their immortality works is that if they were to go into the fire, their bodies would be absolutely destroyed. But that would mean that they would just be conscious dust, which is horrifying to me. So I was like, what if I had a character that's like that? Because then that could be a huge driving factor to like a lot of things that he does, and it is. And he is a villain in the book that I have him in, that I don't know if I'm ever going to finish at this point, but he's not the main villain, but he is a villain. But yeah, so that's a type of immortality that's very intriguing to me. I didn't do that with Phee because I wanted to explore other things when it comes to that kind of immortality. Was like there is a huge flaw in that kind of immortality if like you're a combatant person. Like as soon as somebody figures out that one flaw in it, like you are very fucked. And possibly permanently fucked. Ooh. All right, time for a break. Everybody stand up. Put your hands to the sky. This is a stick up. Yeah. Do the things that you want to do. The water is very important.
Drink plenty of water over the next 24 hours.
That man's a doctor. You should do. He's a hack, but he's still a doctor. So you should do that. We'll just take a bit of a break, and I will be right back.
So good and tasty.
Okay. Yeah, Gino, I have it set to where you can't put links in chat for the vast majority of people. Um, just for safety reasons and all that. Okay. But yeah, I watched the video. The song's not Toxicity, but it's from the album Toxicity. So, but yeah, that was very amusing. I enjoyed that a lot. All right. It is? I thought it was a shorter song or video. Well, I'll listen to it later. But I did listen to it a little bit while I was making me a sandwich and making me my water. But I have had nums, and I now have drinks, and now the question is, do I want to go to sleep right now, or what? because I'm still very tired from yesterday, where I spent a long time working on book stuff. And it was very exhausting. So I'm still trying to recover from that as well. So tomorrow it's going to frickin' stuck. We'll finish the Arachnotron here, and then I might have to call it after that, because, like I said, I'm in lots of pain. It's too much. You got some canes for dinner? Oh, Raisin Canes. I'm guessing that's what you mean. I've never had them. I think there is a couple, like in Indianapolis, or maybe south of there, but I don't even know if it's still there. At least the one that I'm thinking of. Some good old walking canes. Nom nom nom. Rich in fiber. Great for support. You gotta love that wood. The rubber button is my favorite part. It's like collagen. Just, delicious. Microplastics are so damn good. Those are macroplastics right there. Anyways, I'll probably start doing most of my drawings on paper. I'm more used to it. Yeah, that's that's understandable. When I started doing digital, I mainly kept on doing it because I just enjoyed it so much compared to doing like on paper. Because I felt like I could do way more with it in way less time. Well, that's pretty good.
You got it, princess.
Whatever you want, Mama.
I've been kind of getting sort of a kick out of Shadow Man on pixel art, trying to think of ways to kind of outsmart me with Phee and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh my sweet summer child, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know who you're messing with. I've been doing this for a long time. The thing I had a lot of fun with doing was when Harbor Master was acting like Johnny Fallout, and I just kept on being like, what if we push the thing somewhere else? Would we take the town and push it somewhere else? What if we take the bottle caps and push them somewhere else? That was fun, because he was starting to get a conniption. He was like, motherfucker! That was really funny. I was very amused by that. Yeah, I saw that. That was pretty funny. That was quick. All right, let's take a look. I love it. Yeah, she would definitely be like, ah, son of a bitch. Okay. That. That. Fish. Or. Boom! Suddenly, image. Decapitation. this. There we go. Now we have an additional drawing on the wall of Phee. Thank you so much. I love it. I do love it. But, okay. I am hitting a wall really hard. So, I'm going to have to end this here. I don't know, depending on how things go tomorrow, mostly depending on how I feel, I might trademark that shit. I might do a gaming stream tomorrow, 6 o'clock Eastern. I'll make a decision about that like a few hours beforehand. Really just need to see how things go. But we're making progress. The Arachnotron, we just now need to make the and then we can work on the background. And then I can die. Yeah. Sure. Announcements. Check out my merch store. Buy things. I make a couple bucks from that. Go to my coffee page. There's free shit on the coffee page.
God, it's so good.
Yeah, I mean the coffee page is that good. Like that's going to be your reaction when you go there. There's free shit. It's free real estate. Like, go do it. Maybe throw me some bucks there. That'd be nice. What else? Major Phee short story, the one that I have written so far. Check it out. It's really good. Do it. It's like a 25-minute read. Apparently. That's what the machines say, so I don't know. What else? That's pretty much it. Other than the thing I mentioned early in stream, I don't know if I actually went into it. I think I did. But next month, I'm going to try to stream every time I do it. But I can't make any promises with that. But I'm going to be doing a challenge because I've had 30 people submit their characters to be drawn by me. It's at least inking. So we're going to be doing that every day next month in a thing I call an ink a day of May. Sure. If I do stream that, maybe stop by, see what's going on. See who's being drawn. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited. What else? That's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So, with all that being said, I will see you guys next time.